I'm sorry to interrupt, but it looks like we have Senator Warren, so we're going to go into the spin room and listen in.
We do, Tanya. Thank you. Senator Warren, good to see you.
It's good to be here.
What you make of tonight?
You know, a lot of back and forth. But look, we want to beat Donald Trump. We got to come together as a party. That is key. We've got to run on core democratic values. We've got to treat each other with respect. That's what this is going to be about.
Senator, how critical is New Hampshire for you? You're from a neighboring state. We got the results in Iowa. You seem to have placed above Biden, but behind Sanders and Buttigieg. Where do you see this race for you?
Look, for me, this is all about just reaching out to the people of New Hampshire. I've been coming here for a long time. I came here when Jeanne Shaheen was running against Scott Brown. You may remember the same guy I had to run against 2 years before that, and trying to help her. I was here to try to help Maggie Hassan. I've been back and forth to this day a lot. But this is my life's fight. I have been in this fight about what's happening to working families in America. Why is America's middle class being hollowed out? And what plans we can put in place to change that. We just can't continue with a government that works for those at the top and no one else. So being able to come here as a presidential candidate and talk about not just what is broken, but what we could do to fix it, it fills my heart with hope to be here in New Hampshire and to be able to do this. And I'm just delighted every time I get to visit with someone here.
On the campaign trail, you've been talking about how women can win.
Yeah.
There are only 2 women really left in this race, making the debate stage. You're the only one really in the top tier at this point. Do you feel like this has taken on a greater resonance for you?
You know, we've had Donald Trump and Mitch McConnell for 3 years now. And exactly 3 years ago today, Mitch McConnell tried to pitch me off the floor of the United States Senate for reading a letter from Coretta Scott King to try to block a racist nominee to be Attorney General. And that's when Mitch McConnell uttered the famous lines that women have put on T-shirts and embroidered on pillows and had tattooed on their bodies. Nevertheless, she persisted. There are a lot of people right now who are worried that the fight against Donald Trump could be unwinnable. I've been winning unwinnable fights pretty much all my life. The fight to get a federal consumer agency to protect people. The fight to hold the CEO of Wells Fargo accountable, got him fired. And the fight to take back a Senate seat from a popular incumbent Republican. There are a lot of people who say, race not winnable, that person can't win. But you know, we get in the fight, we persist, and we win. And that's when people know. And that's how I'm going to be the first woman president of the United States of America.
Real quick, after the debacle in Iowa this past week, should the party reconsider holding caucuses at all? Should it just be primaries everywhere?
So, right, we're going to have to rethink about caucuses and every part of this. There is no perfect process. But right now, we're in the middle of the New Hampshire primary, and this should be our number one focus, is to get out there, talk with the folks of New Hampshire about our views about why each of us think we should be president and what we want to do for this country. That's where I think we need the attention right now.
And do you have confidence that Chairman Perez is overseeing this fairly and will continue to do so?
I'm focused right here on New Hampshire because I think it's the right thing to do. Because, look, it's all on the table in this one. The fundamental question in this election is who government works for. Is it going to work for just billionaires who buy their way into the race or people who suck up to billionaires? Or is this going to be an America that works for everyone else? And it starts right here in this campaign, right here in New Hampshire. It's why I'm funding my campaign entirely with grassroots donations. I hope anybody who thinks that's the right thing to do will go to ElizabethWarren.com and pitch in $5. Because really understand this. We can all smile, but it's democracy that's on the line. We cannot be in America where the only way you get to be president is you've either got to be a billionaire or suck up to billionaires. We've got to make this democracy work again for all of us.
And real quick, the elevator pitch, because you're 1, 2, 3, Buttigieg, Sanders, and yourself. If a New Hampshire voter this weekend is trying to decide between the three of you, what's the argument?
Yeah. The argument is I'm going to bring this party together and I'm going to win.
All right. Well,
there you go.
There you go. That was a short elevator ride. Thank you, Senator.
It's good
to see you again.
Senator, good to see you.
Friday night in
Thank you
Manchester.
so much.
Tanya, we'll have more in a little bit, but we caught her there as she was on her way to other places and figured we should chat with her.
Thanks, guys. We'll check in with you in just a moment. I'm going to